We had a child that one moment he was there, the next minute he was simply gone. He disappeared.
Where is Joshua Davis Jr.?
The toddler vanished from his Savannah Hill home.
Investigators are checking in with sex offenders in the area.
But we know that the latch on the door in this home did not work.
Search teams combing a radius around his home.
The only way he could have got out was the front door, the screen door might not close properly, and he could find himself and push the door open. But like I said, that door had been closed all day.
Scent-sniffing dogs were brought in to assist, and search teams went through vehicles, even digging through garbage cans in the neighborhood with no luck.
He's still out there. Don't give up looking for him.
Believes her baby boy was abducted.
What was wrong with you?
Well, I just want my son back.
There was a family friend in the house, and that was the last time the door had been opened. And I at first thought, like, maybe the friend had took him, but the police say there's no signs of that. So they said he had been in and out the back door. I thought maybe he could have slipped, like, walked out the back door. But I highly believe that. I believe that wasn't the case either, because when I walked out the back porch, there was ice all over the steps. It was too cold, and my baby's real smart. I mean, if it was that cold, he would have found a way to come knock on the door, or there would have been signs to him out the back door because it was icy.
Baby's not going to knock on
We
the door.
are taking your calls. For those of you just joining us, an 18-month-old toddler boy. He's beautiful. He looks like it should be sitting on a shelf in the toy section. Show me that picture of a close-up of Joshua's face, Liz. There's another one. No, one more. He is just gorgeous. The family says this 18-month-old baby boy was in the home with them. There are 8 other people in the home, plus the baby. Take a look. They say they're watching DVDs, they're all sitting around, and suddenly, 10 minutes later, 10 minutes, the mommy says, he's gone. How did this happen? To Pat Brown, criminal profiler, author of The Profiler, how could it be? If somebody did not take the baby out on their own, how did this baby get out and nobody saw it?
Yeah, this is a very freaky story. I mean, even the mother says the baby didn't probably not walk out of the house. She suspected possibly the family friend as the only person she's pointing out that might have abducted the child. But here's what concerns me. She says she's in her room watching a movie, and within 10 minutes, she freaks out that her child is not back in the room. Now, I know when you have a 1.5-year-old, 10 minutes is not really a long time for them to be playing with a toy or being over with daddy or being over with the grandparents. I'm not so sure why she's saying she freaked out so quickly, why she didn't just yell out his name and say, honey, where are you? And just wander into another room, assuming he would be there. Why is she freaked out after only 10 minutes of him not returning when there's so many people out there to watch him?
Joining me right now is a special guest, Jack Trimarco. He is world-renowned as a polygrapher. He's a lie detector specialist. Jack, thank you for being with us. I'm sure you're familiar with this case. The mommy says with 8 other adults in the home, her 18-month-old baby boy somehow wandered out the door. We believe they've only got 2 doors to the outside, possibly 3. It was a very small home. She seemed very genuine when she told me her story. I asked her questions, but she has not taken a polygraph, police are saying, because she's pregnant. Would pregnancy affect a polygraph? Are you telling me pregnant women can't take a polygraph?
Well, Nancy, the short answer to that is we have to go with policy. Most law enforcement agencies will not polygraph a woman after the first trimester, and there's a good reason for that. Number one, a polygraph is a stressful procedure under any conditions, whether you did it or whether you didn't do it. Everyone's nervous, and everyone hopes that the examiner is as good as he's supposed to be if they're innocent. And, of course, if they did it, they hope the examiner isn't as good as he's supposed to be, and they don't want even him to know that they're the person responsible for the crime. Now, that having been said, physiologically, there's a good reason not to test a woman after the first trimester, and that is because you're looking for physiological responses and changes from their physiological norm. And with the fetus moving around and the movements that accompany a pregnancy, you're not sure as a polygraph examiner whether those reactions are a reaction to a deceptive answer or a chart marking based on movement of the child to be.
With me is Jack Trimarco, polygraph expert, who agrees no polygraph for pregnant women. The only person in that home who is not submitted to polygraph is Mommy.
That makes sense why they can't give a polygraph to a pregnant woman. Learn something new tonight.